A regular camping tarp will not hide you from a thermal drone. Not because the tarp is bad, because the drone is not looking for a person. It is looking for a difference. Your body sits at 98.6 degrees. The ground around you sits at 50 or 60. That gap, that difference, is what the camera sees. A tarp does not close that gap. It just becomes a slightly cooler version of the same bright shape. The fix costs about $15. It is a piece of material sitting in almost every home right now. I'm Gick, and this is the real physics behind hiding a heat signature. Not movie magic, actual heat transfer. Here is what a thermal camera actually does. It does not see heat like your eyes see light. It measures temperature differences across a scene and turns those differences into a picture. A hot thing against a cold background lights up bright. A cold thing against a cold background disappears. So the goal is not to remove heat. The goal is to stop that heat from ever reaching the surface where the camera can measure it. There are exactly 3 ways heat moves from one place to another. If you understand these 3, you understand the entire problem. Number 1, radiation. This is heat traveling as invisible light waves, straight off your skin, even through empty space. Research on human heat loss shows roughly 60% of the heat your body sheds leaves through radiation alone. This is the biggest piece of the problem. Number 2, conduction. This is heat moving through direct contact. Touch a cold wall and your warmth flows straight into it. Number 3, convection. This is heat carried away by moving air. Most people only deal with convection. They block the wind with a tarp and assume they are covered, but that tarp is still touching them. Conduction is still happening, and their skin is still radiating heat straight through most ordinary fabric. To actually disappear from a thermal camera, you have to solve all 3. Not one, all 3. Here is the material that solves the biggest piece of this problem: radiation. It is called Mylar. You already know it as the emergency blanket that comes folded up in almost every first aid kit. Laboratory testing on aluminized Mylar shows it reflects between 90 and 97% of infrared radiation hitting its surface. That number comes from material science testing on space blanket construction, the same foil layer used on spacecraft insulation. The reason it works is something called emissivity. Mylar's metallic coating has an emissivity of around 0.03 to 0.05. In plain terms, almost every bit of radiant heat that hits it bounces back instead of passing through. Since radiation is roughly 60% of your total heat loss, a single $15 sheet of Mylar addresses the single largest piece of your thermal signature. That's not a survival myth. That is documented material science. Here's the part almost nobody explains correctly. Most people who own an emergency blanket use it wrong for this specific purpose. If your only goal is staying warm, shiny side toward your body works fine. But if your goal is stopping a thermal camera from seeing you, placement matters, and layering matters even more. The Mylar alone is not the finish line. It's step 1 of 3. Once you contain the radiant heat, you create a new problem. The air trapped near that Mylar warms up, and if the next layer of your shelter touches that warm Mylar directly, conduction carries the heat straight through it and lights up whatever's on the outside. This is the mistake that defeats almost every DIY thermal concealment attempt. People solve radiation and immediately lose to conduction because they forgot heat has 3 ways to escape, not 1. Here is the complete 3-layer system, built from the inside out. Layer 1, the radiant barrier. Material, a standard Mylar emergency blanket. Cost, $8 to $15 for a multi-pack. Placement, reflective side toward your body, lining the inside of a small, low shelter space. This layer's only job is bouncing your own radiant heat back at you before it ever reaches the outer layers. Layer 2, the dead air gap. Material, small sticks, branches, or a simple frame. Cost, free, found on site. Placement: prop your next layer at least 6 inches above the Mylar. This matters because still air is a genuinely poor conductor of heat. The National Institute of Standards lists still air's thermal conductivity at roughly 0.026 watts per meter Kelvin, compared to 200 for aluminum touching something directly. That gap is not empty space, it's your insulation layer, and it's completely free. Layer 3, the cold roof. Material: packed soil, sod, or dense snow. Depth: minimum 12 inches. Cost: free. This layer is not there to insulate you further. The air gap already handles that. This layer's job is absorbing any last trace of warmth that leaks through until it matches the exact temperature of the ground around it. To a thermal camera overhead, matched temperature means no contrast. No contrast means nothing to see. That's the complete system. $15, 1 afternoon, 3 layers solving 3 separate laws of physics. Before we finish, most people are still paying for something nature already solved. Every build on this channel, the copper coil, the earth tube, the wind catcher, and now this shelter, is documented in one complete guide. Full blueprints, step-by-step installs, zero guesswork, real physics. Link is in the description below, also pinned in the comments. Free consultation, just ask. Now, back to the last 2 details that actually matter here. 2 honest details before you rely on this. First, shape still matters. A perfectly cold roof built in a perfect square still looks unnatural to pattern recognition software. Break straight edges with branches and uneven mounds of debris. Nature does not build in straight lines, and neither should your roof. Second, your breath gives you away faster than your skin does. Every exhale is a small, warm cloud rising directly into open air. Breathing through a thick scarf spreads that warm air across more material, cooling it before it escapes. A small vented tunnel into a brush pile does the same job more permanently. This system is not a guarantee against every sensor in every condition. It's documented physics applied correctly, and applied correctly, it removes the 2 biggest reasons you would ever be seen in the first place. $15 of Mylar, a 6-inch air gap that costs nothing, 12 inches of the ground you're already standing on. 3 layers, 3 laws of physics, 1 result, no contrast, nothing for a sensor to lock onto. If you want to see how the same dead air gap principle keeps a modern earth tube running at 55 degrees underground, that video is already on this channel. Link is right here. I'm Gick. Build it, test it. The physics was never the hard part. Knowing all 3 laws was.